This is just absolutely terrible. You guys have been talking about collecting data and making sure no fruit gets left behind, as you guys say. You guys said no fruit left behind. You guys say you collect data. You try to check the win rates of all these fruits and stuff. The win rates for bomb are going to be super low. You guys got to buff this. If you guys are serious about this leaving no fruit behind thing, you guys need to buff this. All right, so I want to talk about bomb now that all the hype has went down. So, now that everyone has, seen what bomb can do, it's time we look at bomb and compare it to the old bomb. So, there's one thing I have to say. This is not an upgrade. This is worse than the original bomb in a lot of ways. This reworked bomb, let's go over the positives and then let's go over the negatives, because in my last video I was kind of like, oh my god, this is so cool, oh my god, wow, my god, bomb, oh my goodness. Basically, I was just hyped that bomb got a rework. Now I know what you guys are thinking, that you're seriously hyped that bomb got a reworked. Like, what about controller? I'm glad when any common fruit that is like trash gets reworks. It actually makes me pretty happy. Like Eagle, for example, when it was Falcon, it was useless, but Eagle came in, and then when Eagle got all those buffs, Eagle's now in a really good spot. I really like Eagle, but there's just, I've never been disappointed by a fruit rework before until now. It's just like, this is terrible. The visuals are definitely better, and there's a few upgrades. There's some upgrades. But like I said, let's start with the positives. So number one, it has an M1. Let's start with the positives of the M1. The positives of the M1 is that it exists. That's it. That's literally it. Here's the thing. This M1 is absolutely garbage. Now, it has a very fast charge time. It only takes like half a second to fully charge it. But even fully charged, 1,588 damage for a fully charged M1 with 459 mastery and Pale Scarf. Now, wait, let me take off Pale Scarf real quick, because it's carrying the damage hard. It's just, dude, this is way too little M1 damage. Are you serious? Bro, really? Dude, that is so bad. That is terrible. Dude, that is so horrible. What do you mean? Bro, there is no way that's the M1 damage. Okay, that is the worst M1 in the entire game. And before anyone says, oh, this is a common fruit, it's not supposed to have a good M1. Meanwhile, Slingshot with no mastery, 936. You see this does less damage, 1 mastery. You see how much damage I'm racking up with this spam? I got 10k damage off of that. That's it. And I gotta wait 3 seconds for every single throw to do any damage. And even if I charge it, I'm still getting extremely mediocre damage. This outclasses it, due to speed. Like, what's the point of the M1? What's the point of the M1 if I could just pull out a 1 mastery slingshot and then just outclass it? Like, what's the point? Here's the thing. That M1, it might as well not even be there. It shouldn't even have an M1 if it's going to be like this. It does nothing. It literally does nothing. It's outclassed by every single M1 in the game. Blade, like, I got way more damage in a few seconds from that. Blade has a better M1. It's cheaper. Like, look at that. Bomb does 1,300 fully charged. This does more damage in one blow. It being a common fruit is no good excuse, because Blade has good M1s. Dude, even Creation M1, and a lot of people consider this to be trash. Dude, even that does more damage than Bomb more consistently. And people consider this M1 to be absolutely garbage. Bomb is getting beaten out by an M1 that people called garbage. Getting beat out by Creation M1 is actually crazy. Your rework was underwhelming when you're getting beaten out by Creation M1. Dude, this is supposed to be like an explosion. Like, you're throwing a bomb at someone. Like, look at the damage. Make it feel like you're actually throwing a bomb at someone. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm throwing a bomb at someone. It feels like I'm throwing a rock with that amount of damage. Look, 684, 900. Like, bro, you're telling me it's only dealing like 300 more damage than a pebble coming out of a 1 mastery slingshot? Like, is that, like, seriously? Dude, you are throwing an explosive device that would destroy anybody, bro. Dude, this is a bomb. This is an explosive and also targeted bomb. This one, bro, they nerfed the AoE on this one like crazy. The AoE on that got nerfed, bro. The AoE used to be actually really good. It used to have really good AoE. Charging it basically does nothing now. It only has 1 charge state. And it deals less damage than it did before. So on top of it being weaker, it has a less AoE. Less AoE, it's weaker, it does less damage. It's actually a downgrade. Like, it's just bad. Like, bro. And then we have Bomb Grab. This one, I don't know if this one has any potential at all. I genuinely can't tell you if it has any potential. I don't know if it's good for PvP. It's a cool looking move, but once again, it deals damage. The thing, you think it would do good damage if you literally, you're strapping a bomb to this person's head. Bro, their brains are literally all over the floor. Like, this fruit should be the magma of the lower tier fruits. And before anyone disagrees with me, Bomb before the rework was already the magma of the lower tier fruits. Its V skill literally did close to 10,000 damage. It already had this status. It's so bad. Here's the thing, I have no problem with Bomb being reworked, but make it a good rework, like, bro. And then Landmines, oh my gosh. I thought Spring was useless. I actually thought Spring was useless. Dude, this is more useless than Spring attacks. Landmines, bro. This hits nobody. That hits nobody. That does literally nothing. It is useless. It serves no purpose. It doesn't do anything. Like, bro, I can try a million times to try to hit this and it won't work. The only place where I can test this, maybe that might work, is on Sea Beasts, because Sea Beasts have a massive hitbox. I'm willing to bet on Sea Beasts it probably might decimate them. But I think on just regular opponents, it doesn't work, because it's like, bro. Bro. Oh my gosh. Bro, none of that hit. All of it missed. You're telling me that I missed that. You're genuinely telling me that I missed that. Like, that, none of that hit at all. Oh, 852 damage. That's great. Did they test this rework? I don't think they tested this. There's no way they tested this. They did not test this. I refuse to believe that they tested this. And also, Landmines is terrible. It's a worse version. You can set it off with your bombs. But dude, the AoE on the bombs are so small. Like, they barely hit. Dude, he was in proximity of them, and he has to literally walk on them. And it does no damage. Look at, dude, the damage is so sad. Oh my gosh, devs, you need to buff this like ASAP. Dude, that is so terrible. Dude, and the hit detection on this is so bad. You have to basically stand on them exactly for it to hit. It's just the explosion radius is too small. And so, here's the thing. Explosive jump is really good, but they punish the player way too hard. Way too hard. Like, here's the thing, right? Look, this is great. That's good. But now the damage is just becoming too much. It's so unbalanced. Like, why is that so punishing? Look. That takes way too much health. They need to, like, reduce that by half. Now, this is, by the way, this is the best move in Bomb. I think this one has the potential for, like, crazy mobility. Because if I just do this, like, 3 hops, and I'm kind of, like, from there to here. Like, it's actually not bad. Like, the most optimal way to use it is just to use it twice, because using it beyond the second time just does too much damage. So I think using it 2 times is the best way you can use it. But even with this one, I feel like they didn't properly test it. I don't think they properly tested this one either. It deals too much damage to you for it to be reasonable. It should let you do it up to 3 times before the consequences, like, become, like, super serious. Like, first time is free, second time does a little damage, third time does a little bit more damage, but, like, not a huge amount. It should be like a max of 3. Like, on the third one, you start taking, like, already mad damage. So this is a great move, but they need to fix that. Bro, I don't know what they did to Self-destruct, but it has a smaller AoE. It deals less damage. The only better thing about it is that it basically charges faster, but that's it. They nerfed that damage like crazy, dude. I used to get like 8,000 damage out of it before. Like, now self-destruct sucks. So this is how I would fix bomb. So first of all, buff the M1. It is one of the worst M1s in the game. And before anyone says it's a common fruit, it is a bomb. It is a bomb. It is literally a bomb. It is an explosive device. It is a bomb. This is not purple slashes from Blade. This is not a dough fist coming out from a freaking Coom portal. This is not, you know, creation summoning, you know, a stack of cards. This is not, you know, smacking people with a block of ice. You are throwing a literal item that like literally dismembers people and sends like their body parts flying everywhere. It should deal decent damage. That is not too much to ask. Buff bomb M1. Make the damage better. Targeted bomb. Bring back the old AoE. It should have the old AoE. And that's it. You don't gotta buff the damage. Just bring back the old AoE. The AoE on this is too small. Like, bro. Bring back the old AoE and the Z skill is fixed. Bomb grab. Landmines. This. The AoE on each of those explosions need to be buffed. The explosion size is way too small. Like, bro. Here's what I can do. I can count how many bombs there are, I guess, and just do that. Okay, I just took a picture, so I'm gonna count how many bombs there are that I just threw. Okay, that's a perfect picture. Okay, so I need to count the damage of all those bombs. So I just need to land one to find out what the damage is, and then I'm good. And I just counted how many that I threw in this picture. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 bombs. So we got to do 17 times 852, which is 14,000 damage. That is a lot of damage, but you don't hit any of the bombs. This is what I would do personally. I would either rework this move entirely, or I would tightly pack the bombs. Increase the AoE of each bomb, and then just lower the damage of the bomb, so the total damage you get is not 14,000. I can't believe I found a move that is more useless than Spring. Self-destruct. Bring back the old damage of self-destruct. Bring back the old damage. Bring back the old AoE. I don't really expect it to be, you know, amazing. It takes time to charge. That's fine. Explosive jump. Like, remove the... Like, it takes way too much HP. Like, reduce the amount of HP it takes from you, and that's it. Do all of those things, and this is a fixed common fruit. It's completely fine, because it's just right now. Also, landmines, increase the detection radius. The detection radius is too low. You basically have to be standing on it for it to even, like, trigger. It needs a bigger detection radius, because I got to stand, like, right here for it to activate. I got to stand right here for it to activate, when it should activate if I'm standing, like, right here or something. Like, trash detection radius. Like, it's so bad. I've never been disappointed by a fruit rework before. This is the only fruit rework that I've ever been disappointed by. So devs, please buff bomb. This is just absolutely terrible. You guys have been talking about collecting data and making sure no fruit gets left behind, as you guys say. You guys said no fruit left behind. You guys say you collect data. You try to check the win rates of all these fruits and stuff. The win rates for bomb are going to be super low. You guys got to buff this. If you guys are serious about this leaving no fruit behind thing, you guys need to buff this. It is in the worst possible state right now.